Hello team, and welcome to Core and Cardio Day. Two of our favorite things, right? Maybe not, but we're gonna try to have a great time doing them. Today is all about layering in higher intensity cardio bursts with core work. So we can get kind of our lower intensity or the low end of our hit in that core work. So we get to double the fun, double the flavor, you know? Today we're gonna have a little extra time to learn some of these movements because we will be repeating them later, and then you'll have options to make them harder or to regress them if you need to. So let's get ourselves nice and warmed up. We're gonna start to pull our heels back towards our glutes, just waking up the hamstrings. A lot of this class will be on the ground, so we're gonna have to get used to getting up and getting down quite a bit, so we'll practice that in this warm up. If that's something that just doesn't sit well with you, if you're like, oh man, I need more help getting up and getting down, I get it. Let's find a way to get there. Maybe grab a chair or something that can help support you, or start to teach yourself a really easy move. We call it the inchworm, and it'll help you get down to the ground a little faster. Couple more heel clicks here. Nice, and let's pull those knees to chest. Easy march. Now as you start, you might be like, wow, this is not easy, this march. And you're right, we're actually gonna use this as one of our movements later, but start to think about the way the core is involved in this knee lift, right? A standing leg, balancing, pulling up, there's a lot of core happening there. So if we just add some arms, we can make this into cardio. Cardio got a bad rap for a long time. We didn't want to say it anymore. We're like, oh no, people think of jazzercise. But guess what? It just means cardiovascular, and we need that. Go ahead and step back and let's practice that inchworm. So we bend our knees really deeply, almost like we're getting into a squat. We get really close to the ground. Once we get there, we can bring our hands down and walk ourselves out, right? And there's a plank, evil plank, wrapping through our core. To get back, bend those knees and walk yourself all the way back up. Easy way to get down and up, right? So big squat, hands are there, walk it out, core stays tight. You can even drop your knees if you need to, and then push yourself back up. Lots of ways to get down and get up. Also a great full body movement to warm up the shoulders, the core, and the hips. Nice work. Now all the movements we'll do today will be based on some movements you've probably done a lot in your life. Maybe it's not been since PE in middle school or high school, but it should be stuff that you at least know or you've heard of before. Last one here. Walk it out, and let's just hold it for a moment. Tuck that tailbone under, so grab the hips and tuck them underneath. Push through the palms and hold, let it shake for 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Walk those feet in or walk yourself back, however gracefully you can stand up, and let's wring out those wrists. The way this workout works is 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. That means I need you to work hard in the 45 seconds. If the first few seconds of each set, you're still warming yourself up, you're figuring it out, that's okay. But I want you to really try to ramp it up. This is a heart rate class. So we are trying to hit certain heart rate zones throughout the class so we can get the most out of our 15 minutes, because that's what we want, right? Start a boxer shuffle for me, and let's do some jumping jacks. Level 1, just step it out. Big arms, big legs. If you can go both arms, both legs, you are at level 2, and we will go there. Who cares what number the level you are, as long as you've got that intensity. Now, if at any point you need to level down or level up, you do that. You are free to do so, because this is about hitting that heart rate, trying to climb ourselves up to that heart rate zone of 3 or 4 would be great. And breathe through it. After this burst, we're gonna bring it to some core work. So let's see if we can push it these last 10 seconds. Let's go. Arms up, legs down. Squeeze those inner thighs for me. We land in 3, 2, and nice. Shake it out. Next up, standing twist with a knee pull. We're gonna twist 1, 2. On our third twist, you're gonna pull that knee to the chest. Other way. 1, 2. Nice. 1, 2. Ready? Let's do a little choreo there, right? It's hard. You twist, twist, twist. Boom. 1, 2. 1, 2. As slow or as fast. Now I've got my hands in front of me, like you're kind of pushing someone away, because I'm going to give you the option to do so. If you push that arm, boom, that gets even a little more twist. Nice. Now we can feel this in the core already, and that moment where you pull that knee up to the chest, your whole core has to work. You feel that twist, you feel the obliques, boom. Now this isn't a punch, it's more of a get out the way, you know? I think I'm more of a face palmer than a puncher. That's Coach Colby. Boom, nice, shake it out. Next up is your high knees. You know them, you might hate them, that's okay. Now if you're not ready for a real high knee, then we're just gonna boom, boom, get those knees up to the chest and wrap through the core. So we'll start there with the march. If you can high knee, you go for it, but let's go, boom. Now your job is to hit that knee to your hands. If you're not running, then we're slow marching, but we're staying in time and we're getting those knees up. If you can, do that full high knee. You can start with more of a jog, keeping the knees maybe at a slight bend. And once you're getting there, or you need more, you try to push to that 90 degree or that all the way to the hip. If you have to level down, you level down, but you don't release the core, you keep it tight. If you have to level down to that march, you hit those hands. I want you to hit every time. I want you to feel it. After this, we are on the ground. So get it up and rest, come on down. Nice work. Check out that heart rate, see how you're doing. Sprinter sit up will show you levels, yeah? So level 1, you're on your back, you bring your knee into the chest, and you tap your heel, tap it down, and tap it down. So we'll call this a sprinter's crunch, right? Crunch tap, crunch pull. Now if you're ready for the full version, legs are long, we tap outside the heel, and we come all the way up into that sit up. It's kind of like what we were doing standing, but we're down on the ground. So crunching, knee to chest, hold, bring it back. Control. If you feel yourself wobbling side to side, that can happen, especially if our body isn't quite even. So this can help you see some imbalances that we will absolutely get to through these classes. Push, last one, nice work. All right. Whew, those will get you, huh? Those are core and cardio. You know mountain climbers, but I'm going to show you some options here. So let's start in our plank position. Hands under shoulders, push through the palms, lift through the shoulder blades, step it back. So level 1, we're just going to walk it, tap, push back. Now as that leg comes forward right away, what do you feel? Your hip wants to drop, right? It wants to give up, but you've got to keep shoulders lifted, core tight, and hips tucked. Now if you go a little faster, then you start to take it up a notch. That's when you start to feel that cardio element. If you're like, oh, that feels good, but I could do a little more, then you add a little jog, Still tapping the ground as you go, and if you're like, Melissa, I'm ready, then we go for that sprint. Pulling those knees to the chest. But what do we not do? We don't let our shoulders sag, and we don't let our body fall back. We don't let our body come forward. We stay loaded here. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, come all the way down, back to your back. Now if your heart rate is up, feeling a little dizzy, then just stay up for me for this set. If you can come back with me, let's do some reverse crunches. So walk the shoulders away and start with the knees to the chest, hands to the sides. All I want you to do to start is just lift those hips. Now, if you feel that feeling, if the low abs are curling and the hips are pulling up, but there's not much movement, but you feel it, then you're good. Then you are good. If you can go a little higher, I want you to try to point the toes towards the ceiling. Wrapping through the core, lifting, tap, and lower. Nice work. Breathing through. I am getting sweaty. That's the point, right? We're almost there. You are more than halfway done with this workout. Try to lift and lower with control. Hips, point, reach. Good. Hips are landing together. You're close. Last one. Nice work. Flip it back over. Plank jack to plank tuck. You have lots of options here. You can jump both or you can walk both. We'll start with the walking option. If we're ready, we'll build up, yeah? Remember these options, right? We can tap side, in, and tap it in, and back, right? Tap, tap, in. If that feels really good, your shoulders feel good, your wrists feel good, then we can add a little hop, right? We can hop just out, hop in, and back. Just a couple hops, and my core is already saying, what are we doing? I thought we were walking. So this is one of those beautiful exercises that's gonna get both the heart rate up, the endurance up, and that core burning. Unfortunately, quads are burning too. It's 2 more. Last one. Nice. All right, all the way on our back. By our back and knees seated. Let's take our hands behind us. We'll open up the chest. This one is all for the hip flexors, and you're gonna feel it, I promise you. But we're gonna do it together. So let's start in a long V position. Yeah. I want you to pull the knees in and then reach them out. That's it. Pull them in and reach them out. So trying to keep the same position the entire time. Now, if this feels okay, then I want you to start to draw those legs in. Knees draw in and legs reach out. Nice. Knees draw in. Now, if that's too much, you'll know it right away, and you can just pull in and tap and push out. The longer you can keep the heels in the air without the chest moving back and forth, the better off you are. And the closer you are to getting that full V in and up. Breathe. Nice work, nice work. Last one. Woo. And let it go. Walking burpee, 45 seconds. This is one of my favorites because it's low impact, but man, is it high intensity. Some hands are gonna be on the ground again, but we're gonna walk through it. The feet are gonna come very wide, so wide foot, wide foot. We stand tall, wrap through the core, come right back down through that wide squat. Tap, tap, other leg, wide, wide, stand tall, down, beautiful, wide, wide. Now, if you want a little more here, we're not gonna jump in this exercise, but we can come up on those toes, almost as we're trying to jump. Let's almost push this right back down. Once you start feeling good, you can speed it up as long as your alignment is still good, your hips are still square, your core is still working. Come on, come on, we got this. Boom, boom. So much. Obliques, TVA, glutes, everything. Last thing here, my friends, high knees again, because we're tired, and it's simple. Knees up, or we hit those hands, right? You can do boom, boom, that's cool with me. You can raise the arms, pull them down, or you can run, let's go. Level 1. It's not easy. You pull, you press. What are we not doing? We're not leaning forward. We're keeping it up. If you want it a little bit harder, you can lean back. If you want a little more. Yeah. Ooh, those arms. If you need more, it's a run. It's not a butt kick. It's a run. Keep it forward. Keep that core tight. If you've got it to finish here, I'm gonna run out of breath here. Pull those knees up, my friends. Let's go. Breathe. Up, 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 up. 10 more seconds. Come on, come on. Dig deep. You gave me 15 minutes today, so we have to make it worth it. Let's go. 2, 1. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Check out your heart rate. I almost spelled it. Trying to get my water. That's what it feels like. You're putting in the work. You did it. You went hard. I know you did. We learned a lot today. We put it together quickly. We're gonna repeat these movements a lot. I'll give you versions, I'll add layers, but you know the base and you know what you can come back to. Also, favorite this and come back as many times as you want to learn it, to feel it, to get it down, okay? Hands over. Start to sway side to side and just connect to your breath. Inhales, fill. Exhales, release. I'm doing a little hip and toe lift. Getting some hamstrings in there, waking my body up. No matter where you are in your day, I want you to prep yourself for the next thing. So if you're going to bed, start to slow that breath, spend a little more time on your mat. If you're ready to go into your day, release the neck, the shoulders, calm that body down. Let's start to get that head ready. Push those hips back, my friends. Let's find that center. Some easy cat-cows here. Now I like my toes out. I've got big open hips, and I love that stretch. But you gotta find that foot position that works best for you. Big stretch. Letting you sink a little deeper. Letting your body move with that breath. Think about the inhales filling you, allowing the chest to lift. Exhale. Everything getting a little lower. Good, good, good. Last one. Now hold it low. Unshrug the shoulders, so pull them back. Push one shoulder down as you push that thigh away. Other side, nice work. Let's find our center, come all the way up. I want you to start thinking back through that workout. I know it's over, but I don't want you to let it go. I want you to think of a point in the workout where you thought this is too hard, this is too much, and that you got through it. And I want you to replay that. I'm asking you to ruminate, but in a positive way. You did something today that might have scared you a little, that you might have felt frustrated or discouraged by. And the more you do it, like anything, the less it'll scare you, the less it will discourage you, and the better you'll get. So please, please, please do not be afraid to do this over and over. I know we love the new thing. I know we always want to try something different, but man, will you feel successful when you can start beating yourself, when you can start really seeing change in you. Other arm, all the way up. Nice work, big breath together. Let's shake it all out, my friends. Let it go, lift it high, and shake it out. That is it for today. Clean up your space, live your life, 15 minutes, all in core and cardio. I will see you next time on the mat, and I'm out of here. Bye.